And welcome to Knitting Time with Willie. My name is Willie. Your host, joined as always by my co-host Nicholas, the knitting golem that I created. Today we have a very fun episode. That is in no way related to Thanksgiving. Because obviously it's not Thanksgiving, and obviously I didn't screw up my schedule and plan a Thanksgiving-themed episode, not realizing that the time it takes to plan and film and edit a Thanksgiving episode would end up much later than Thanksgiving. So anyway, my guest today is Ross Snow, a very funny comedian who you know from TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and College Humor, and probably have seen him in like a deli ordering soup. So let's see if we can't get him on the line, shall we? Ross, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Willie, are you there?
Well, of course I'm here. Otherwise, who do you think said that?
That's right. I wasn't sure. I couldn't quite see you, but now I see you.
You can see me now? Okay, good. Well, I'm joined by TikTok, internet, Instagram, all those sorts of platform star, Ross Snow.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I might have to grill you because I've only been on TikTok occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went on TikTok and I saw your profile and I saw, oh wow, Ross is really popular on TikTok.
Yeah, it's taken off.
TikTok is the first time I've ever felt like completely old. So I guess what I'm asking is, do you have any like new insights into the youths because of TikTok?
No, I really don't. And I feel like I was lucky that our job forced me into TikTok, basically, because I don't think I ever would have jumped on there, because I feel the same way you do when I first joined on there. I was like, oh, I don't feel like I belong on here. No, I don't like this, but it's worked out okay so far.
It worked out good. Do you feel like you are aiding in Chinese intelligences?
That's a great question. Excellent question. I feel like yes, and you know what? I'm okay with it as long as I have that internet popularity. It's like it's a fair trade-off. You know what I mean? Like their government gets a little info, and I get a little, boost.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
well, do you think that there's like some Chinese guy who knows like everything about you right now?
There's probably definitely a guy, and he's kind of sick of like the Gordon Ramsay stuff I'm doing on there. He's probably getting real sick of that. So I don't think he's like still watches my profile. I think he stopped like spying on me like months ago, probably.
So you think that Russian spy got sick of your shtick?
Well, I thought he was a Chinese spy a second ago. Now he's a Russian spy?
Honestly, all countries are the same to me, except for the United States of America.
Yeah, if they're not the United States, it's just other to you, right?
Yeah. I think that's pretty normal. I'll be right back. You keep talking.
Whoa, we got a break.
No. Keep talking. You're still on camera.
Oh, okay. So where are you going off to? You're still mic'd.
I am still mic'd.
Okay, this is kind of fun. Well, it's kind of fun to just do an interview show, but both people are not on camera. It's just like audio, but yet you have the video, but just nothing's happening. Kind of like that. That's gonna be my new show after this.
Do it, and then it would be. You should do it. Actually, you know what you should do? and
What?
I want an executive producer credit
Mm-hmm.
where you do an interview show
Yes.
where each week it's very quiet. It's just two people and you don't see them. And then at the end, it's revealed what silly costume you've been wearing the entire time. But
That's good.
So
Like I was in a gingerbread man costume the entire time.
Yes.
And then people go, "Oh, I guess that was something, I guess." Why did they do that? But okay, I guess I'll tune in next week and see what he's dressed as, I guess.
But that should be the only joke of the entire...
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, I was wearing like a green wig this time." It's like, "Oh,
yes.
all right."
But the rest of the show, you should talk solely about taxes.
Yeah, serious issues. That's what I was thinking.
1190. I'm sorry. I just realized that I left my TV playing.
Did you just give us a password or something? 1190. Is that your code in your phone?
Well, Ross, don't tell the Russians.
That means it's probably his PIN number too, I bet. That's his PIN number. Steal his ATM card, guys. Try it.
My PIN number is something very funny, but I won't tell you guys what it is.
Funny, probably a 69 in there somewhere. 6969.
It's 69420, and then...
That's too many numbers. I feel like the PIN is just 4.
I insisted on more numbers because I wanted safety. I did get robbed earlier this year, so I should be better about...
What happened?
So I used to do dog walking through dog walking apps, and there's apparently like a scam that I fell for.
Oh no!
That was very stupid in hindsight, but it was very smart of them. So basically, what they do is you get when you take a job, then the owner can text you, and you'll get it'll be texting you through WAG, which is the
classic name for the app.
Mm-hmm. And what happens then is the owner was the owner of a fake dog, and they texted me saying that they were WAG and they needed to do something that required some information of me. And since I got a text through a WAG number, I was like, it must be WAG because they have the WAG number, and I didn't put together. But in hindsight, I was very stupid and lost quite a bit of money. But
wait, so I don't quite get how you lose money in this. Maybe I just wasn't following closely enough.
Because they basically say you need to update your payment information, and then they get too much payment information from you that I gave them, being trusting. And
they got the 3-digit security thing.
Yeah.
But you gave them that. Once they have that, your life's over.
Yeah. No, I'm very scared that it will rear its ugly head again.
How much did they get?
I'd rather not say.
We're in the 4 digits then, I bet. 3 digits, you tell me. You can tell me that. 4 digits.
I don't think I would tell you.
You wouldn't tell me if it was 3 digits? Come on.
If it was $100, I would tell you. It's higher than $100. How about that?
If it was 500, so then it's still in the 3 digit. It's $500.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's more than $100. And I feel very stupid, and I never got it back. But it's fine because now I'm making those sweet, sweet YouTube ad dollars.
That's right. We're just ringing in the dough right now.
Because that's what they don't tell you about making videos on the internet, is how profitable it is in every way.
I know, it's very funny actually. Like there was like a contest thing on TikTok or something. Some famous TikTok guy or famous YouTube guy. You know who David Dobrik is?
I do know who David Dobrik is. I've delved into the youth culture on YouTube because of quarantine, I have decided that I need to watch YouTube videos all day, and so
Yeah.
I've like ended up learning about YouTubers for the first time.
Yeah, so he had like a contest where it's like if you use this audio, whoever like gets the most views using this audio, I'll give a like Tesla or something to some car. I forget what it was. I think it was like a Tesla. And I was like, oh, you know what? Next time I do a Gordon Ramsay video, I'm gonna use that audio, and then you can just mute it. But as long as it shows you're using it, whatever it's a TikTok thing. Like you don't actually hear his audio, but it shows I'm using it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do that for Gordon Ramsay thing since those do well. And I did it, and it did well. It got like 2 or 3 million views, but there was some other guy who like had like a sob story, like his dad drives an old car or something. And so like everybody voted for that guy, which that's fine. But there was people like commenting on my like, bro, why are you entering that? Like you have 20,000 YouTube followers. Like you're rich. You don't need that car. His dad does. And I'm like, what? I think I've made like $8 on YouTube ever. Like people don't have that. The conversion math is off, I think, in some people's heads. You're not rich if you have followers on any platform. Say that much.
You need to do it in a very specific way, and I feel
Yeah.
like it kind of, the way I can tell is it kind of goes from like nothing to too much for what you're doing,
Mhm.
depending on how long you go for,
Mhm.
which I don't expect to ever get to that place, but I can try. Pandemic is certainly forcing me to think outside of the box in ways of how I might monetize myself.
Maybe you should start scamming people on the WAG app. Apparently, that's pretty lucrative.
Maybe if I start scamming people on YouTube, everybody. I guess that's what Patreon is. Don't no one listen to that in case I ever start a Patreon, which I probably will. I'm not scamming you. I'm just taking your money.
Nice.
You know what I did get? I
Huh.
got a frickin' message from YouTube which said, "We paid you too much. We are
No
going
way.
to take back the money." Because they were like, because I got one episode that of this did like better than the rest because I was released on the same day that I was on Drawfee.
You get the notorious Drawfee bump.
Yeah, I got the notorious Drawfee bump, and that led to quite a bit more views. And then I get this message from the YouTube that just says, "Hey, just so you know, we paid you too much, but don't worry about it. We're gonna take money away from you."
That's funny.
And I was like, "Thank you, YouTube."
I don't even know how you like withdraw money from there. I've never even looked into it because I just know that it's not even probably worth the amount of time to look into to withdraw at this point.
Yeah, I don't really know either. I think before, with my old show, they just sent me money randomly, and it was like, it would just be every now and then my bank account would have like $2 extra in it.
Yeah.
But now I think they changed, but I don't know how they changed. So I'm not making enough money that I'm going to look into it. But when I do, uh, speaking of, that is a completely well, not speaking of, but I have a little game we can play.
Scrabble. The next 4 hours are me and Willie playing Scrabble. Buckle up.
We're playing Scrabble,
Yep.
but over the internet on two different boards.
We'll just narrate what we're seeing. We can't show the boards for legal reasons, but we'll tell you the words and the points that we score.
Is Scrabble? I guess it must be copywritten. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright flagged. Okay. Well, here's the game. It's called. I mean, I usually like to prepare something, so I prepared a game. Well, when I was Len and I was okay. It's called Thanks or Giving. So I'm gonna give you a list of Thanksgiving foods, and you're gonna either say thanks, which means you like them.
And by the way, we have very
giving.
conflicting holiday themes going, by the way. I have the Christmas tree, the Christmas lights, and you're dressed like a pilgrim and doing Thanksgiving things back there.
No, I'm not.
That's okay. We're going to make it work.
Things.
We're going to make it work.
No, it's not. This is completely unrelated to Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's just,
I feel like
coincidence.
What does that mean?
Coincidence? That's a great Scrabble word, by the way.
Well, you're talking. You say it sounds like you're implying something with that. Anyway, thanks or giving.
Okay, so thanks or giving to, you're going to name different Thanksgiving foods?
Thanksgiving foods. This is a year-round game. And
giving is supposed to be the negative in this game. In this game, right? If we say that when it's a negative, which is strange. Giving.
Yeah, because you're giving it away.
Into the trash. Giving
into
it
the trash.
To the
giving
trash.
It to the trash.
Okay.
Okay. So first one is pie.
So do I get a specific type?
No, all pies.
All pie. I'll say thanks then, because the odds are it's a good pie. Yeah.
Well, what would be a bad pie?
Dirt pie, something like that.
Do you eat dirt pie?
No, I don't, because I know it's bad, because I've seen dirt, I've smelled dirt, and I know it's just not going to taste good. So I don't eat it. I say I'll be giving that to the trash. But other pies, we're talking pumpkin pie. Thanks. That one I'm taking. Pecan pie. I've only had it, I think, like once, but I think it was good. So I'm going to say thanks. One of those chocolate thing pies. Isn't that like a chocolate cream pie? Well, I'll say thanks to that.
Okay, but
banana cream pie, I'll say thanks to that. But again, going back to the dirt pie, I gotta say giving that to the trash. I have to. Legally, I have to say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, though, I will want to go before I say that pecan pie sucks.
I really can't quite remember what it tasted like. It took me like 20 some years to finally try it, and I don't remember what I even thought.
I guess if you like pecans, it's good. It's just like, it's a very good, it's something that I always want to like, because it's like this very good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they came up with like this good like pie filling.
It looks really dense.
Second food, turkey. Thanks or giving?
I feel like this is almost a trick question. It would feel very wrong to say that you're giving that to the trash can. So I'm going to say thanks. Turkey, cornerstone of the holiday. Delicious. We got white turkey. We got the dark meat. Both great.
Well, you don't just have to list types of turkey. You can just say you like it. Do you like turkey?
Yeah, I like it. You know what else is good about turkey? Not even like the full turkey, the deli meat turkey, which is just like, why is that so different? You know what I mean? How's it get so different? You slice it thin, it's like a weird, way different thing.
It's processed with a lot of gelatin and stuff. So it's like it's not recognizable as turkey.
Yeah, I guess ham does the same thing, huh? Because when you get like a ham, like a big ol' ham, you cook that up. Much different taste than the lunch meat ham, but both delicious treats.
Ham grosses me out because someone told me that pigs are really smart. But I still eat bacon and other forms of ham, but like...
Why does it gross you out because they're smart?
Because I feel badly.
Well, smart for what? Smart for a barnyard animal?
Well, I think that they're like dogs, basically. I feel like if it wasn't for my love of bacon, I would want a pet pig. But now I know that I would never be able to look it in its eyes because I'd be like, I ate you once.
Yeah.
And for that, I'll never have a pet pig, which is sad.
Yeah, the little piglets look fun. Like, they look like a cute little thing, you know? Little piglets running around. Have you seen those videos? They can really dash. Those things running for their lives.
They're also they're apparently terrible pets because they don't have the function that tells themselves that they get full.
Oh, really?
So if they get into like your pantry, they'll just eat themselves to death and explode.
No way. You kidding me?
No, I'm not. Number 3 is bread.
Ah, I really want to do some Googling on pigs now, but I'm going to move on. We're going to go to bread. Um, bread. Just, that's such a just general thing, bread.
All types of bread. Thanks or giving.
I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to say thank you for bread. Bread, it's wonderful. It helps. You need it for sandwiches most of the time.
You do.
It's a lot of carbs in there, Bread is all carbs. That's the only drawback.
Famously.
Yeah, famously
Famously all carbs.
City. However, there is a low carb bread. I know what you're thinking. How is that possible? I don't even know. But they sell it at Aldi, and it tastes a little bit spongier than regular bread, just a tiny bit spongier, but it's about 90% bread tasting, guys. And I gotta say, delicioso. It's got like a net almost 0 carbs. It's like, how's that possible? So
well, now I need to get on that. I would think that it would be like drier.
Yeah, it's a little bit drier and a little bit spongier.
How is that possible? Sponges are wet. They live in the sea.
I don't really know. I haven't looked into how it's possible. I don't know. But it's a lot of fiber. Like the dietary fiber is what is subtracted from the carbs to make the net carbs. So it has a lot of dietary fiber.
Oh, so it's high. Interesting. I don't know how big California is on health food, so I should check that out.
Classic joke.
I normally eat fried.
Well, you can deep fry it. You know what? You can make French toast with that low carb bread.
Deep fried French toast?
Well, you put the egg in there and you fry it in a pan, you know what I mean? You make the French toast. So that's and then you have some low carb syrup in there. That's right, that exists too. Just saying.
That sounds okay. Why
tasty. Sorry, I'm just doing more low carb things these days while I've been locked down. So now I have all these fun little products.
You have opinions on carbohydrates.
Yeah, I know. It's like the worst type of person. I know.
The next one was dirt pie, and you already answered it.
I knew that one was coming.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Now again, we're in Carbville, but they really are pretty tasty. Mashed potatoes, delicious. And I'm Irish, so potatoes have a tie in there.
If it wasn't for your ancestors' lack of potatoes,
yeah, then I'd still be over there.
You wouldn't be here.
I'd be eating a potato.
You'd be over there with a leprechaun and some like that toucan with the Guinness.
Toucan?
There's a Guinness toucan. Don't at me.
Is he related to the Fruit Loop toucan? Do they know each other?
No, it's just like a little Guinness. I think he stole an Irishman's Guinness and put it on his nose. And the guy's like, "Give me back my Guinness. My goodness, my Guinness." And I don't know if he ever gets it back, but it is stolen.
Huh. Is this knowledge that you got during quarantine? Is this what you've been like getting knowledgeable on? I've been doing the carb stuff. You've been doing the Irish toucan stuff. A lot of research on him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've been binge drinking.
So while you're doing it, you're like looking at the bottle, you start researching the company and whatnot.
Yeah.
Got it.
I decided I will start drinking. I drink a shower beer every morning.
Hygienic.
And then I've decorated my apartment, not unlike a frat house, with beer cans and Guinness posters.
I don't see any.
Well, it's because it's off stage. I actually have a gigantic apartment, so you would not be able to see. Yeah, it's
that YouTube
like
money.
It's like It's like 12 rooms.
It's a mansion, guys.
Yeah, and it was for an apartment. I own the entire floor.
Okay, we're in the lying segment of the show.
No, I own it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, your next food is clams.
Clams. See, now we got a curveball, you guys. We got a freaking curveball.
A very traditional Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, if I got that for Thanksgiving, I'm definitely putting that in the trash. I'd say clams. Now is not the time nor the place. But if it's in a chowder, I'm gonna make an exception. Okay, if I had a Thanksgiving feast and somebody brought a clam chowder over there, I'd go, huh, didn't expect that, but I'm gonna put that right on the table. Thank you.
Manhattan clam chowder too, or just New England?
No. Get out of here with that. That one. Who decided to do that?
Manhattan.
They like dumped like marinara in there or something. What is that in there? Yuck.
Are there actually clams in clam chowder?
There's clams in there, yeah.
Because there's no shell.
Well, there's no shell, but you're getting some clam meat.
I think we should open up, you and I, clam chowder, but I think that we should serve clam chowder in a clam bowl that you open up like a clamshell.
Ooh. Now, how big can clams get?
I don't know. We probably have to go to like Tahiti to get one of the big ones.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get like a giant one. Otherwise, it's not gonna be enough clam chowder for the people.
It'll be $800 a bowl for clam chowder.
We need to open it on some very like luxurious beach.
You know what we could do?
What?
Is, because have you heard of pearls? They're these things that come in clams sometimes. We could get like really, really expensive pearls, charge $800 a plate but there's a 1 in 10 chance that floating in your clam chowder.
Oh, now it's gambling.
I love it. I have a lot of very good restaurant ideas. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I believe you.
I have this one patented, so no one try to steal it. But if I was a more enterprising person, I would make this restaurant, which is I call it Soiree. And what it is you pay, I'm going to go $40. Inflation may change by the time I get my act together, but you pay a flat fee, and then you just go into this sort of bar type room, and then you just have waiters walking around with trays of little, like at a wedding.
Yes.
But that's the entire meal. And
then, so wait, you pay what before you?
You pay to get in.
And then you eat whatever you want?
You pay to get in, and then you can just take whatever off the tray. Drinks not included, because that's where we're going to make our real money.
Okay. I kind of like that.
I think it would do really well, but I have ideas, but no drive to follow through on them. Also, owning a restaurant sounds hard.
But the problem is then it's all you can eat, essentially, though. So there will be people there who just stay there all day, and they're just constantly eating those snacks off the tray.
I think that'd be fine. Because I think you do like every 4 trays is pigs in a blanket, something cheap but delicious. But then the crab cakes will be like every 20 trays. They'll be rarer.
But then those crab cakes come out, and there's a guy sitting there, and when he's right by the kitchen because he knows.
That's how I am at a wedding.
And he goes, I'll take them all. Thank you. I'll take all that. Thank you. And now what? Now you got a bunch of unhappy people because he took all the crab cakes, Willie.
But I only put out what I can afford.
What? No, but some buyers, but a person who's there to eat is going to take all that, and all the other people there to eat won't get any of the crab cakes, Willie. Problem.
Well, that's their fault for not showing proper strategy. That's what I do at a wedding. Is every time I'm at a wedding, is I find the hot button ticket. I stand by the door. I usually have a very good rapport with the waiters.
Yeah. And
they're usually well, by rapport I mean they usually come to pity me by the end of it because it's clear how much the food means to me. because I'm just following
Right.
them around, and then like I usually like go in. I'm like, I'm sorry. I know that I've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stuff my face, but it's good. But you get a good meal, and you get a very
And are you
variety,
tipping
a
them? Are
variety
you
of
giving them
meal.
like a tip, putting it in their pocket, and then
At
patting them on the back?
at
Like,
soiree or at the wedding.
well, either, I guess.
Because weddings, well, I would tip. They do. It's not
Yeah, it's like
proper. I
frowned
don't know.
upon.
Well, I
But
don't.
if you want those prime snacks, maybe it's smart. Maybe it's a good
Yeah,
strategy.
but I like to think since this is a fantasy of mine that will never come to fruition, I like to think that I'm paying my waiters a living wage. So tipping is allowed, but not necessary. Maybe I put like a jar in the middle that's just like throw money in here, and our waiters will get
That
it.
could be fun. And that's a game kind of, you got to throw it in.
Yeah, that would be another fun.
Fun.
That would be a fun restaurant where you could only eat if you won the game.
I like that.
It'd be like ESPN Zone, but instead of tickets, it would just dispense like milkshakes when you won.
Or it could be almost like a beer pong type of situation. Like if you want to have if you want to drink, you have to like land the ball into a cup, and then you just get whatever's in that cup.
You know what I'm thinking? Because I mentioned we're talking about all this good food. I mentioned ESPN Zone trademark. I feel like our generation should rise up because when we talked about turkey, I saw you hesitant to talk about how good turkey was.
I wasn't hesitant. I thought it was a trick question because it seems like the most obvious one that I should just be immediately saying, thank you. That's the star.
How would it be a trick question?
Well, because I have to say if it's bad or good.
How would it be a
I'm
trick
going,
question?
we're talking Thanksgiving here. That's the star.
Good. Well, it's fun. But you can throw it. A lot of people don't like turkey.
Really? I feel like I don't get that. I think most people do like turkey. That's why that's like, it's the main thing.
Well, for this year, I had a Thanksgiving of 4 people, 2 of which were animals, so they didn't eat. Turkey is not designed for that. There are like no small amounts of turkey.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got the deli meat turkey. You could have just had a really sad and pathetic Thanksgiving and just had a couple slices on a sandwich. Yeah, coulda.
But what I was saying is, why don't we, as a generation of millennials, I think we can all agree that turkey delicious, not as good as chicken fingers.
No.
Why don't we just have? Are you saying chicken fingers is worse than turkey?
No, I was agreeing with you. Chicken fingers are better.
Yeah, we should have a holiday dedicated to chicken fingers.
But I think, the turkey, it's also like it's a big meal, right? The holiday is supposed to be about like sharing. And so it's like you're slicing it off for people, you're giving. Yeah, it's a communal thing. It'd be a little strange if it was just like a bunch of people coming together and just like toss them a chicken finger. It just feels strange. You know what I mean?
But then you get the chicken finger. Well, what's a communal food that, like guacamole? Because it all goes in. You dip it.
I don't know if I'd call it a communal food. I mean, that's a dip. Yes, it's a dip.
So we could
All
have
dips are
a
like that.
dip day.
We're not gonna make a holiday around guacamole, though.
Dip day. Dip day.
Dip day. Now that should be a thing. Dip day should be a thing. Wow, that would be fun.
Guacamole, hummus, queso.
And like all your friends or family. It could be a friend holiday or a family holiday. We'll think about that. And you get together. Each person brings their own homemade dip. So you're coming in here. Some guys made a buffalo chicken dip. Someone's made a guacamole. Someone made a nacho cheese dip. He probably just bought the Tostitos, but you know what? We're okay with that. And then you get there and there's 20 dips with all sorts of like chips and chicken fingers, maybe. That sounds pretty great. Dip day.
As I'm thinking about it, soiree should have a chip station for when there's no food out if you want, and then the dips, you could just go get the dips.
Yeah, that sounds
And maybe
nice.
some cheeses and hams. But maybe not hams because pigs are smart.
Yeah, and hams are kind of a main course type of deal.
No, like a prosciutto, like a charcuterie board. Well, it's gonna be high end, $40 a head with 800 people per night.
There's gonna be people just
That's
grabbing handfuls of prosciutto, and that's right there. That's $20 per handful.
You know what? Then let them. But there's only going to be so much prosciutto. I'm only at a certain point, like a wedding. You're going to say, "Hey,
That business is gonna fail, Willie. Don't do that.
no," but also, it's $40 plus drinks, and everyone's going to have drinks.
Dip day, however, that was the good idea. Dip day. That is what we need to focus on. Yeah.
Okay, well, Dip Day, we'll celebrate. If this show still exists next year, we will celebrate Dip Day. You and I.
It's got to be in December too, right? Because like the
I think
dip day, December, something
I think
in
it should
December.
be January 15th. It needs to be sometime because Christmas to Valentine's Day, there's just a big stretch of nothing. Like, what are we celebrating?
Yeah.
Memorial Day? Ugh.
Although dip day would probably be like good for a hot day. Or maybe it's not good in the winter.
Counterpoint, fondue.
May. It rhymes with day.
That's true. I can't argue with that.
It should definitely be in dip day May. It's all month, I guess, even though we're calling it dip day. Oh, you know what? Some person will be like doing a little joke and they'll come in and they'll bring fun dip. And that'll always get a laugh every dip day. You fun dip, put it on the counter.
I don't know, as you and I both work with the youth, so some of our references get lost, so I don't know if Fun Dip is still a thing. Because it was just sugar.
Fun dip is still a thing.
It was just sugar dipped in sugar.
It's still a thing. As long as it's still on the shelf, people are still buying it. And it's still on those shelves.
So I'm thinking of when I was at my brother's Little League games, there would be a good humor truck that had candy and ice cream, and that would be like the highlight of my week, was I get to go to that during my brother's during my brother's baseball games. And looking back, all of the foods were meant to get you interested in drugs in some way.
What?
There was candy cigarettes.
Oh yeah, those were fun.
There was Fun Dip, which you cannot tell me is not a gateway drug towards cocaine.
Yep.
Pixie Sticks, same deal.
Yep.
Big League Chew, that's chewing tobacco.
That's true.
But I do both now. I chew tobacco and I mix them. It's pretty good.
Oh, so you put some tobacco and the Big League Chew in there now?
And I just chomp, and it kind of makes this like brown color.
Some of it becomes gum, and then
and like you blow a bubble. If you get really good, you can blow a bubble full of dip spit.
Oh wow!
It's really gross, but people love it.
That's amazing. Yeah, I bet they do.
And then there's just and then the rest was just ice cream shaped like cartoon characters, designed to get you to buy stuff that looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah, so that's innocent enough.
No, it's drugs though.
Wait, but why is that drugs?
Because capitalism is a drug, Ross.
Oh, yeah, Mickey Mouse, the culprit. But that was fun when you get the Mickey Mouse and his nose is like a gumball. Come on, that was fun.
Except for, okay, here's the thing. I don't want gum on my food.
I know, that is weird, mixing gum with ice cream. That used to be one of my favorite ice creams as a kid, was the Baskin-Robbins bubblegum one. And it had chunks of gum throughout. So you had to like make a decision. You're like, do I just eat it? I think sometimes I would just eat the gum. And then other times I would try chewing it on one side and then ice creaming it on the other. But it did taste great.
So the question I was going to ask you is, what flavor is bubblegum? Where does that come from? Where is it found in nature? How do I put it on the menu at soiree?
Boy, that's a great question. I don't know. It doesn't, I mean, it's just like the color pink. It's the flavor of the color pink, you know, but I don't know what it is, but it's delicious.
It is good. It's the same with what's the thing that's like, it's bubblegum's cousin?
You know what's weird? For some reason we accept somewhat like bubble gum, like circle bubble gum or like chunks like that within ice cream. Like I know we just said we had a problem with it, but we somewhat accept it. But like, could you imagine if you put like a stick of gum, like a Wrigley's stick of gum in your ice cream? Could you imagine the outrage? A stick of juicy fruit in there? What?
Okay, juicy fruit,
People would vomit.
vile. The idea of mixing juicy fruit with milk is disgusting.
Could you imagine it's just ribbons of juicy fruit in your ice cream? Now that would be chaos. I'm glad they didn't stoop to that.
Because mint ice cream is popular, and mint gum is popular, and bubblegum ice cream is a thing. But you're right. If you put like dentine ice in ice cream, it has ice in the name, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you'd be a maniac. I know. Yeah, but for some reason we've accepted bubblegum in there. Don't know how they snuck that one by us.
Yeah, no, it's gross. I was thinking of cotton candy is bubblegum's cousin.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But why? I don't know what flavor that is either. And I think they're both just sugar flavored. But how does sugar turn into that?
I don't know, but I agree with you. Yeah, cotton candy is just like dry ice cream, stringy ice cream kind of fabric. It's ice cream fabric, you know.
It is impressive though, whoever invented it. Like, how do you come up with that?
Yeah, I feel like I heard the stories at some point of how some guy discovered it, but now I don't remember it.
Oh
so
shit! You heard the story of how someone invented.
Yeah, of how he stumbled across cotton candy. It seems like something that would have been on like some random Food Network show, and then you just for a day you're like, oh, interesting, and then you lost it.
Wait, so you're saying he stumbled across, or she, sexist? They stumbled across some spinning turbine with sugar in it, and they were like,
well, they didn't make it on purpose. It was definitely it was definitely an accident. Nobody's like, let me heat this up and spin it around and see what it does. And maybe it'll just turn into a fluff.
I bet I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say it was like years and years of trial and error that they had such a good handle on how to make it that they were like, we can make a machine specifically for this.
I would Google it. However,
I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. Okay. So
then I lose the visual here. So I don't want to lose the visual.
Next food is broccoli.
Oh, we're still on the game.
We're on the game. We never left the game.
That was like a 20-minute detour, like a tangent there.
I'm sorry I indulged your ADHD, sir.
Okay, broccoli. I bet you someone could make a broccoli ice cream that actually tastes good.
We're playing thanks or giving.
Okay.
Are you thanking or are you giving, damn it?
I'm going to thank broccoli because it's one of the few vegetables that is tolerable at a young age. Like, you can fancy it up. You put some cheese on there, and it's not so bad. And, yeah, it's pretty good.
I liked broccoli as a kid, and I was, confused by everyone saying broccoli was bad because it was good.
Well, were you putting cheese on it, or were you just having broccoli? Of course
I was putting cheese on it. I'm not a monster.
I think some people grew up in houses where they didn't put cheese on it, so then it's really pretty mediocre without cheese.
But even then, as a kid, I think I would have appreciated roasted garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil, which is the way I eat broccoli now.
That's true. I know, that's amazing. That I can't believe, why don't more restaurants serve it up like that? Because you can do that to cauliflower too. That's a thing I've also discovered during quarantine.
Cauliflower?
You fancy it up with that exact stuff, cauliflower, and you put it in the oven.
Cauliflower is just the ghost of broccolis, and I don't trust it.
You know what? I like it more than broccoli now.
That's silly.
Just try it out.
I'm mad at pop culture for making me think that Brussels sprouts were bad. Because they're good as hell.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's some other things too. What are some other things that they make fun of that's actually, I can't remember.
Zucchini's really good. Carrots. Honestly, most vegetables are tasty, and I feel like I would eat a lot more of just roasted vegetables if I was just introduced to them as a kid, but I didn't eat them as a kid because I felt that they were gross because television told me that they were gross.
Yeah. Yeah, cartoons. They're doing them disservices. But really, it's strange because when do cartoons actually make fun of vegetables? Because I don't know. It's like Bugs Bunny's always eating carrots, Popeye's eating spinach. It's like, when are they making fun of vegetables? Where do we get this from?
Broccoli.
In cartoons?
There's always a kid who's like, broccoli. But I will say you are correct. I do want to taste what a carrot to Bugs Bunny tastes like, because they always looked really good.
Yeah. He just mows those things down.
Yeah. He's a little stinker. He's a silly boy.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for the next food.
Cookies. Because sometimes they put cookies.
Cookies on Thanksgiving is a little strange. I would say if someone was going to finish off the meal and was like, who's got room for a cookie? Who's got room for one Oreo? I'd go, you just ruined Thanksgiving. I'm going home. That's what I'd say. I'd say this is more offensive than offering me a dirt pie, is what I'd say. Now, see, I've tied it back in with earlier.
You're giving away the cookie.
Because at least with the dirt pie, they're trying to continue the tradition on Thanksgiving of ending with a pie. But a cookie, it's like, it's a slap in the face.
We always had cookies on Thanksgiving because we have a big old family. So there's like 80 of us. And we had to, someone had to bring, like, we ran out of things of what people needed to bring. So someone would just bring cookies. And then, you know what? You're always happy to see a chocolate chip cookie.
You are happy to see them. I will say that. But it seems a little off on Thanksgiving. So I'm going to say to the trash with cookies on Thanksgiving.
Surprising. Very surprising.
I had to take a stance.
Okay. And then sweet potatoes.
I like them any other day, but Thanksgiving, no.
Okay, but
I don't know if I've ever had a cookie on Thanksgiving.
Really? I don't think I'm that weird for having cookies on Thanksgiving.
Well, sound off in the comments, guys. Cookies on Thanksgiving?
Oh, nobody's watching this. Don't worry.
Oh, people are going to comment.
It is really fun when I've done YouTube videos that have included a question like that, how quickly.
Yeah.
So, like, I could be like, completely unrelated. Everyone tell me your thoughts on aliens. And the entire comment section will just be about that. Nothing about... Oh, I just did a Nazi salute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's that call to action.
Yeah. So everyone tell me your thoughts on aliens and if you like cookies.
Guys, okay, yes. I was hoping you weren't trying to blow off the cookie question. Guys, still, we do need an answer on that. Thanksgiving cookies. Weird or not?
Would you rather aliens or cookies on Thanksgiving? Answer below.
You know what? If there's aliens, though, I'd invite them for Thanksgiving because that's what Thanksgiving's all about.
But our food would probably be poisonous to them. If you think about it.
Well, we can just hang out and talk about alien stuff.
What alien stuff would you like to talk about?
Tell us about your UFO. Where's that at? Do you have any pictures of it? That's what I'd say.
It's not a UFO to them, Ross.
True. They probably have like a name like Glorbs. Probably call them Glorbs or something.
That is interesting.
But see, this is something we could learn from them as we talk.
That's very interesting. I never thought about how UFOs probably have a different name. Huh.
Yeah, Glorbs. I think I just cracked it.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh. You got a jingle.
I did get a jingle. I'm not happy about that.
What was it?
It was just a text. I was supposed to socially distance hang with someone tomorrow, and then a stay-at-home order went into effect. So now, I'm not...
Oh, did that just happen today?
I think so. I don't know. We'll cut this all out. Because, honestly, my art is timeless.
Your art is timeless?
My art, my YouTube videos.
Oh, art, yes.
So, I think that, like, I don't think I'm being... It's not out of the realm of possibility that people are going to be watching this 500, 600 years in the future. I think that I don't want them to feel like I didn't live through the quarantine, so I can't enjoy this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why this has probably been edited out. Maybe it's not, depending on what my editor chooses to do. So this interview's over, but if this show still exists in 364 days, or however far along May is from now.
Yeah, not 364 days.
Shut up. We're going to celebrate Dip Day. Me and you.
Dip Day, yeah.
Yeah, we'll each bring some dips. It'll still be over Zoom, of course. And we'll eat some dips. But until then, do you have anything you want to say? About my hosting abilities, your interviewing abilities.
I feel like we both hit a home run. I think this was probably the best interview, not just that like you have had or that I've given, but just in the history of interviews. I think this was. I was gonna say top 3, but then I was like, this is number 1.
Yeah,
it's not even close.
It's us.
Technically, it is top 3, but it's number 1.
Yeah, number 1, obviously. Us, Frost, Nixon.
It's number 1. It's top 3. It's top 5. It's top 10. It's because it's number 1.
Yeah, top 100.
Yeah.
But you don't. We would never. It's top 1. So.
Yeah, that solely is the thought. If you say top 100, it is top 1.
Yeah. So. We'll end it there. And you can go start planning your dip. What was I gonna say though?
Only you know the answer.
Happy Dip Day, everybody.